Hey everybody, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. So I have Stamp and Show and Tell to share with you today, and this one is this fun card here. I've crafted it with the Designer Series paper, Fine Art Floral, which comes from our new spring mini catalog. And I'm using the Happy Thoughts stamp set, which was one of our $1 million stamp sets that was designed. And I just love all of these greetings and the font that they're in, so I had to use that as well. And then of course I'm using my favorite Stitch So Sweetly dies to do my die cutting, and then I'm going to do some fun background stamping with a new stamp set for me called Stacked Stone. So lots of new things here we're going to play with, and I wanted to do something bright and cheery. We all need something bright and cheery in our lives right now, so this is for designed for the Third Thursday blog hop. So make sure that if you're visiting my blog post that you go along and hop along to the other crafters who are sharing today as well. Okay, so first I just want to share with you this really great new paper. So this is kind of the muted soft side of the paper, right? Our paper is two-sided. One side is usually a nice mellow color print, and I wouldn't necessarily call these all mellow, but they're all wonderful like textures and designs. But wait till you see the flip side. Ready? Look at that gorgeous paper. All these fun painted floral scenes, right? Lots of fabulous color and texture and layer. I like that they're blues and pinks and yellows. They coordinate with our colors, of course. And something I really like to do with our Designer Series paper is to frame it. Even if I just frame it as is, I cut it to fit the frame, and then I maybe put a sentiment on it, add a little ribbon, or do some die cut butterflies. But I think some of these are just going to be lovely just to cut them to size and frame them as is. So I'm going to be looking forward to doing some new framed projects in my very near future. But today I am doing a card project for you. So here we go. I am going to do a nice simple card, okay, simple stamping card with a little die cutting, but nothing too extreme, so you'll be able to follow right along. Okay, so I used Poppy Parade as my card base because that was one of the coordinating colors in the piece that I selected to use. And then something I like to do in my card making is to use the paper efficiently, right? So you'll see here, let me see if I set it on there, if it's better contrast. I started with, now this is what's left over, but I started with a 4x5 piece of Designer Series paper. So our paper is 12 by 12. If you cut it into 4-inch strips, you get 3 from each piece, and then if I'm using 4x5, you could actually get 6 from each sheet of 12 by 12. So here's my 4x5 piece. Then I'm using my largest Stitch So Sweetly die, and first I cut out this corner, okay, remove that, and then I went back and I cut out from the scrap this second corner, okay, and this piece is scrap, so there it goes. Okay, so now I have my card base and I have my 2 ornamental pieces for the front of my card. I've also already die cut with my label die for my sentiment. Okay, so there's that. Now, before I do my sentiment stamping or put these on, I want to go ahead and do my background stamp on my card base. I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus because I found when I do stamping with a large background stamp, here I'll do it this way. When I do stamping with a large background stamp, I have better pressure and better luck when I use my Stamparatus. So as you can see, I'm putting my card base folded in half right in on my base there. Now I'm not going to put my magnets on there because my full paper is going to be covered with the stamp. But I am going to ink this up just by pushing my ink to the stamp. And because this is a foam back stamp, I removed the foam layer on my Stamparatus. If it was a clear mount or not a clear mount, a photopolymer, I'd want my extra matte in there. So I'm just going to put that down, and I swing this over, and I just press. Just press. You see I've got my little letter on there. That's from a different project, but it's on the other side. It's not going to worry about it. So I just give that a little press. Okay. So I can apply pressure. I don't have to worry about rocking my stamp on my Stamparatus. So I get nice, even texture. And I just like the way it added a little texture to the background without having to run it through with an embossing folder, which of course you can do that as well, right? But I just wanted some stamped background. Okay, so now I have that. So I'm going to bring these two pieces back in. Now this one I'm going to pop up on dimensionals, and I'm going to add some ribbon. So let's go ahead and do the ribbon first. I'm using the Bumblebee ribbon, the gingham Bumblebee ribbon, and I want it to go over that yellow flower, okay? I purposely cut that yellow flower to be part of my front because it gave me contrast to the Poppy Parade. So this ribbon is just going to wrap around the back. Now I could tack it with Stampin' Seal or snail, whatever you have, but something I like to do when I'm going to put them on dimensionals anyway is I just wrap it, and then I put my dimensional, usually the edge of my dimensionals, over the ribbon to hold it down. There. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple to corners. So it's got some nice even lift. Pull all my backers off. Okay. So now I have this one. Now it is tacky. I'm not going to put it down yet, but it's going to go up here when I'm finished. But what I want to do is I'm going to flip this side over. Remember, our paper has two sides. I'm going to flip this one over, and I have to decide how I want to line it up. Now I could put it up there, right? I could put it down here. I could turn my side card, my whole card, flip it if I wanted to. So I think I'm going to go like that this time. So this piece is going to get, I still have a whole bunch of our snail. So that's going to get snailed. I'm going to put that in this lower corner. And then this one is going to go, let's see, yeah, this one's going to go in this corner. Now, I just want to overlap that cut edge, but I can give it a little bit of space because I have that lift. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut another piece of gingham, and I do a really simple bow. I just tuck it underneath because I did put an adhesive on there, remember, and I wrap it and I tie, just a simple knot, and then bring up your ends together and give them a little snip. There we go. My favorite bow, nice and easy. So you could make a whole bunch of these just like that and they'd be ready to go when you needed them. Just add your sentiment. But I am going to add my sentiment. Now again, I said I was going to use the Happy Thoughts, and I'm going to use the one that says, just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. And I am going to stamp in the Poppy Parade. So it's all going to coordinate. I can see through, so I cut my die ahead of time. And I just stamp that down, and then I'm going to put that on a couple of pop dots as well. And of course you could add your own rhinestones or pearls or gems, whatever you wanted to add as extra embellishment, but I'm going to keep it simple just like that. So there we go. So a little offset. Remember, I cut it from one 4x5 piece and got 2 layers for my card, and you can see I kind of changed the 2 up based on how you cut that designer series paper and you want your layers to lay. So I hope you enjoyed today's project, everybody, and enjoy the hop as well. You can link there if you're watching this on YouTube. You can link there in the comments below, or if you're seeing this on Facebook, you can link as well. And if you're just here from another hop, welcome and enjoy, and then hop along to the next. All right, everybody, enjoy your spring catalog projects, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.